Fucking Philistine.
He's not Filipino.
Fucking spit red wine all over your face.
Should get you a bib, man.
It's like you going down on a girl when she's on and she fucking sneezes. More so with a stroke now.
Bringing back all those good memories, yeah?
Red Wings.
Call that the Blood Eagle.
Nah, yeah, that should be what it is. If you get a girl to sneeze while you're going down on her and she's on, it's called a blood eagle. You've got to spread the lips.
You've got to tickle their nose with an eagle feather. That's why.
Yeah, that's good. Tickle the bum bum.
Yeah.
The batty.
It's an overlooked thing, really, isn't it?
What?
The batty. Like,
The batty is overlooked.
yeah, like.
Not with me, mate.
No.
Not with me.
I'm all about the batty.
All about the
I think
batty.
people kind of
The
like.
batty boys.
The Batty Boy podcast, welcome back.
Coming at you live.
It's your boy.
It's your batty
The
boy.
Batty Brothers.
Oh,
there you
mate.
go.
Cool,
No, I mean,
that was a tangent.
I think it's like one of those things. People don't really appreciate just how like niche of a thing that used to be. You know.
Are you just getting back to the point that you've been eating ass
Since
since 2008?
Yeah.
Beast.
Trailblazer. Yeah. Beast, yeah. Been eating ass since 2008. Beast 08.
Copyright.
Yeah, don't
Copyright.
fucking.
Right,
yeah.
don't
Think
fucking take that shit.
All you
Honestly,
Alright.
is you're riding his
We
coattails.
got
You
this.
don't even know it.
You don't
Look,
even know.
We've got to
Show some respect.
Yeah.
We've got to stop.
That's the
giving away
Godfather.
all
The
over
Godfather of eating ass.
the-
Shit. What were you with Dick Smith last time?
Smith, Godfather.
Yeah, so where we go?
EHD.
Where we go with this? Where we going?
What was the fucking thing? It's something important. Getting your house in order.
Boom.
There we go. It's real easy for things to get away from you, you know, and like make excuses for yourself. You're too busy, you're too stressed out, you know, your diet starts slipping, your training falls by the wayside, you know, before you know it, you're like going through an 8-ball down by the river with some fucking amputee, fucking strongman, like barebacking a fucking hooker together, and it's just, that's my life today. So I'm trying to get
Good
my
times,
house in
man,
order.
good times.
I'm trying to get my house in order. But you know, it's one of those things where it's like it's very easy to kind of look at it from a distance, and and then like suddenly you're up close to it, and you realise where you've let it fall to. You know?
Yeah, it's easy to let things slip.
It all happens incrementally though. One little thing slips and
Yeah,
then it
yeah.
just snowballs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
before you know it, like you said, diet's shit, training's gone.
Yeah.
I believe that you've got to work it through momentum. You can't just
Yeah.
can't just do one thing at a time. You've got to
The
have
only thing
everything
for
on.
me that never really slips is the lifting weights, just because it's something I enjoy.
Mm.
I mean, that's even fucking sometimes. I mean, fucking hell, struggling lately financially and whatever of jobs and shit like this. But the one fucking constant all the way through it is I will be in the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yesterday, I've got a cyst on the back of my fucking knee on my prostate on my stump, and like fucking still yesterday I could barely walk. It's fucking agony. It took me like half an hour to limp down to the fucking gym. I'm still going to the fucking gym, still deadlifting. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of business.
If I don't fucking train, especially if I'm stressed out and shit like that, I've got a lot going on, I'm not a good person to be around.
Yeah, it's a therapy as well. It is a therapy.
100%.
Yeah.
One
Like,
of
if
the
I-
best decisions I ever made was to start lifting, because then that made way for everything else in life. Because my confidence went up, endorphins went up, my momentum went up, and then that started to bleed through into me developing hobbies, going out socially.
And your aesthetic, the way other people look at you changes, and they look at you as a better person. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
You're gonna get higher class tang.
Yeah.
Well, it's true that when you look better, you're in better shape. It's not just that women are more attractive. What it is what it's a reflection of.
Yeah.
Working out and having gains is a reflection of hard work,
Of course, yeah.
dedication, because you're there every day and you're giving it your all. Even if you're on fucking steroids, if you're going to sit on your ass and do fuck all, you're not going to get fucking massive.
No.
You know, you've got to put the work in. It's got to be consistent. You know.
Yeah. It's like when my first kid was born, I was going just up until I was like in the gym almost every fucking day, right? And over like the course of like the pregnancy, I got fucking jacked, right? I was yoked. I remember I was walking back from the gym and
steroids.
Not then anyway. But you know, like, but people would treat me fucking different, like at work, right? I remember like, it was like I went from like normal and then like almost overnight it seemed like my fucking chest was out to there, and then everyone was like asking me questions about shit all the fucking time, right? But then my kid was born, and it went from 4 times a week, 3 times a week to once a week, and it's like, because it's like I was like in a different frame of mind, so it's like I felt like guilty leaving the fucking house, right? I want to spend all my time with this kid. Flash forward a year later, and I'm like out of fucking shape, right? I feel weak, I get out of breath fucking easily, but the toll it took on my fucking mind though, right? Because like I ain't the biggest guy anyway, but I had like this, it was almost like an anxiety that like shit was gonna fucking kick off and I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. And especially since I've got a fucking kid now, and I'm thinking like, well, what the fuck happens if something goes down, right? Not like I'm expecting it, but just what if?
Yeah, well, if it does, you've got to fucking
exactly,
fix it,
right?
You know what I mean?
And it's like, so I think I came home the one day, I'm like, look, I need these nights 45 minutes to train. I got like 2 kettlebells at home, right? And I just did like density training. So you take like 2 exercises, so like either like push pull or like, you know, squat press, something like that, right? And you'll just say you'll do 5 squats, 5 presses, and whatever you've got left at the end of that minute is your rest. And you do that every minute on the minute. And I do that for like 20 minutes, and I do like 2 different circuits like that. And in the space of a month, I was a new fucking bloke, right? And like I had like my mind was fucking clear. I felt fucking like the old me again, right? And that's what training fucking does for you. And I feel sorry for the people who don't experience that, or don't view it in that way. You said on the last one about people like making a deal with death, like, oh, I'll do this so you leave me alone, right? But it's like so much more than that. Like it's a necessity. It really fucking is. You know.
Yeah, we were built to fucking lift. We have to do some
fucking
physical work. You sit there and you atrophy. It's gonna fucking play tangents with your fucking mind.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Going to the gym, starting lifting, because I never used to lift. I didn't used to do PE when I was in school. I was a lazy fuck when I was depressed. Starting gym, doing physical exercise was probably the most cataclysmic event that changed my life forever. And because of that, it then bled through to so much other shit. And I always have lifting to thank for that.
When I was like 16, right, it's almost like kind of like the same story again, right? I think I was like boxing. I used to go down this boxing gym, and there was like a couple of girls down there that were like older than me, right? And
that's a back scratcher.
Oi.
Yeah.
Don't tarnish the voodoo stick. Oi. Oi, no.
Oh, that's perfection.
Disrespectful.
Oh, that was doing my head in.
But like,
do your fucking head
I think like
in.
this one girl hadn't been around in like a month or so, right? And then like, it went from like when we're just doing like the basic, like kind of building us up to the point where we start lifting properly. And then like, it's like, again, like overnight, fucking chest was out to there. I was like 16 years old, fucking walking around like that, like trying to fucking cut the sleeves off on the t-shirt. And this like girl comes in and she's like,
Strings of pregnant.
yeah. Like this girl comes in, I ain't seen in a fucking month, and she's like fucking chatting, like she's like looking at me like inappropriately. She was like 24, mate. Fucking dirty bitch, right? And I was like,
that's
wait
right.
to the shit.
Yeah, that's
wait
right.
to the fucking shit.
It's not just looking stronger, it's just when you start lifting, you get that.
I could have taken up cross country.
When you start lifting, you get that confidence. Your confidence completely changes not only your perception of the world, but the way people perceive you.
Well, it's like fucking Einstein said in it. He was like,
he didn't fucking lift. He can't say shit.
nah,
Pussy.
You're a
Scrawny-
bitch. Yeah.
scrawny little
Fuck
fuck.
Colin Stone.
Don't get me started on Newton as well.
Yeah, that
gravity.
bitch. Yeah, imagine how much I'd deadlift if it wasn't for Isaac Newton. The bitch. Fucking fag.
Fucking grab. What am I trying to do here?
What am I trying to do?
Trying to put a fucking pickle
But
in.
yeah, I mean, it's not just fucking lifting, is it? It's all aspects of life. Like with what you're getting at, get your house in order. You've got to be on top of that. You've got to be on top of your finances. All of these things. Like it's not just that meathead shit. It's about fucking everything needs to link together.
Yeah.
And sometimes the balance can be off. For me, at the minute, I'm fucking struggling. Whatever. This and that. It's hard for me to get. I'm trying to transition back into work, and it's difficult for me because I've always done a very physical type of work, and I am not quite as capable. I mean, I'm still strong as a motherfucker, but it's just like 8 or 10 or 12 or 14 hours on my feet. I'm just not as capable as I used to.
Yeah, but the thing is, like mentality, physicality, temporality,
Yeah.
it all bleeds into one another.
Yeah.
Like you think about how much worse you would be off if you didn't have your lifting.
I'll be fucked.
You know,
yeah.
Exactly. So
I'll
that's
be
the
dead.
one thing that you've got. That's the one thing that you've got that can really help push you and strive you, and that will also then bleed into helping you mentally, temporally, and get your life in order.
I mean, it is. It's just taking time. And it's difficult. I mean, when shit, I'm very impatient.
No.
A little bit.
I'm too patient. That's why we work.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But like,
Those are nice rings.
cheers, mate. Should we show the viewer?
Should we show the view? Let's show it.
Don't show them that one. That one's shit. That one's awesome.
Fucking the bathroom.
The
I
dick
don't know if
sniff
you
is
can
out.
closely see that shit. Bare Bones Metalworks.
Yeah, boom.
Coming to a pinky near
The
you.
small one with the 23 actually fits around my dick perfectly as well.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Cult of the Dog Head. Awesome fucking apparel guys over in America, in Texas. Started sponsoring me, sent me over some tees. Big shout out, thanks for that, guys. Really appreciate it. And as always, Operation Werewolf, fucking show love.
I guess ours is in the mail then, yeah?
Start competing, faggot.
I do compete on pound for pound.
You've done one comp.
Yeah, I did fucking well as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Send me a
You
t-shirt.
can't do first timers again though.
Yeah, he's been doing two
Yeah,
first
but-
timers for the past 2 years.
To be honest, did you
It is a
see
start.
every other first timer I was up against? Guys have
We're
been on
not talking about them.
gear
We're talking about you.
Yeah, and I fucking smashed it. Alright, so you guys say some profound shit about life then. Go on.
You ever seen a chimp on DMT? They will fuck you up.
I will fuck you up, man.
Right, should we pause this and go get a chimp from Kidderminster Safari Park
Let's do it.
and get that motherfucker to smoke some DMT
Should I smoke some DMT right now?
with the chimp?
No, forget the shit. I haven't got any bulk cutters.
We can get some though.
Steel bolt cutters.
Look,
To
we
steal
need
a chimp.
Steal some DMT.
We got the DMT.
We need to do a dry run from releasing the wolves.
It's a fucking not. It's a tough one. Yeah. So you gotta you gotta be on top of everything in life, man. And it's like I think the present culture, popular culture, is almost fucking against that. It's almost fighting against men being men in a traditional sense. Do you know what I mean? It's always going on about being aware of mental health. Oh, you shouldn't say man up. You shouldn't say that because some men might go and cry. Well, they're weak men.
It's like every 6 months they put something on Facebook about like Swedish or Norwegian men that actually take the wife's maternity leave. So they stay home with the baby and the wife goes to work. Well, stop fucking with what's worked for thousands of years.
Hundreds of thousands.
Stop
of years.
reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe we could make it rounder.
Yeah, it's this strange, like, this modern obsession with just turning everything on its head.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's like
where
just deracinating society.
Why is that happening?
Men have always been the hunters and the gatherers. They've been going on to the fringes and bringing
I'm
home
not-
bacon.
I'm not
And
saying.
it's worked.
I'm not saying, you know, little wifey stay at home and do as man say and my tea better be on the fucking table or fuck you. Do you know, it's not about that.
That's
But
why I
that's
started
what,
making
you know,
these.
obviously you do because you're
Yeah.
a fucking animal.
Yeah.
But like, that's what they want to say that traditional people mean. Do you know what I mean? That's what they're trying to say. Oh yeah, he just wants you in the kitchen. And it's all shit. It doesn't have to be that way. But at the same time, men have filled in these certain roles because men fit well into these roles. The same as women have
They've
fit
developed
into
that way for a reason.
And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, like these days, right? Like you guys don't really consider this because you don't have kids, right?
I do.
But, like-
they're in my basement. I've got shit on my wall. Mate, they
It's
are
got
like,
all different
they
colours.
don't
man.
even walk around. They never see sunlight. They're like veal.
Yeah, honestly, they taste.
Oh, are they like the sunlight? Like,
Mate, you should
that's
see
not
the
nice,
marbling on them.
well, get me a taster and I'll have a look. No, but like, okay, you got to think of it like this, right? So it used to be one wage was enough coming in.
Yeah, which is no longer in.
No, not at all.
No.
The amount of people I've worked with, right, where they've got like a couple of kids at home, and like maybe like the mother-in-law watches the kids
Yeah.
because she doesn't have a job, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't work anymore. She's retired,
Yeah.
so she watches the fucking kids, and they go to work, and that saves them a boatload of money, so they're quids in, right? But you got to think of it like this: most of the time, you got to pay a childminder,
Yeah.
which means that you go to work, your missus drops the kid off at the childminder before school, right? Goes to work. That kid then gets dropped off at school, goes back to the childminder before mum goes to pick her up again, about 7 o'clock at fucking night with
Yeah.
traffic.
That was a joke with my ex when I got with her. She was like in a real high powered job, paid really well because she had a kid, quite a young kid, and like the dad didn't give a fuck or wasn't involved or whatever. So yeah, she had to pay a lot of money for childcare.
It ends up being that most of the second wage goes on fucking paying the childminder, right? So you're probably maybe getting 20%. You're working a full-time job to get 20% of it
Yeah.
after taxes,
Mm.
and that's going to the childminder.
Mm.
It's like this fucked up way of looking at things where it's like that's the new normal.
Yeah.
And it is the new normal because you can't run a house. That 20% that they get helps out massively.
But the
Why don't you just
reason,
get some more money?
I was thinking about
Stop
that.
being poor.
Yeah.
Paris
You know
Hilton wore a
what?
shirt said stop being poor, and that struck a chord.
Classy lady she was.
Yeah.
Fucking
She
classy.
earned her fucking doll.
Yeah. I mean, that
Worked
sex
hard
tape
for it.
alone must have fucking brought in millions.
but the reason that society is that way now is because there's too many of us.
Way too fucking many. When people started bringing up the coronavirus, I was like, good.
Yeah.
We need an epidemic. We need a fucking epidemic. There was a fucking show on called Utopia, right, like years ago, and it was basically about these people trying to stop this group that was operating outside like the government and all that. They were trying like to do this eugenics thing, right? And the more I watched it, the more I was listening to like the bad guys reasoning why they have to do this, and I'm like, they're right. They're fucking right.
Stop them.
There are 7 billion and counting. We haven't got enough space for all these people. China won't stop making people. We need a fucking epidemic, just not me.
That's why all these fucking just not me.
Just not. I don't want to sacrifice for the cause. I'm the good one.
But that's why these fucking these viruses and shit, coronavirus and all, it keeps coming out of Asia because there's fucking billions of them. Like, it's just not natural to have that many people living on top of each other. Mother Nature will eventually start going, oh shit, we need to thin the fucking herd here. Do you know what I mean?
It happens in fucking nature.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
And we
go-
are nature, that's what people forget.
No,
we
we live
are
in houses.
fucking
People
nature.
forget.
We live in
They're
houses,
animals.
mate.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
outside.
yeah,
there.
They think that humanity is not.
Yeah, like it's separate.
Yeah.
We're not special.
And the problem is, the
We're not
more
special.
they,
You
the more,
shit and
and
piss.
the more they think that, the more they actually disconnect themselves.
Dude,
from the
I have
real world.
Netflix. I am not in nature. Okay.
That's the thing, like, people need to fucking remember exactly that. Like, fucking, all of it is one fucking thing that's been going for a long time, and we're just a part of it.
It's like we keep stopping these wars. Like these mass civil wars and genocides, and like really,
It's natural.
I mean, like you put it this way: one tribe in Africa wants to eradicate another tribe in Africa. Well, if they both eradicate each other, that's a whole bunch of land just opened up.
Free real estate.
You know?
It's free real estate.
And like,
It's the same with like gang warfare in cities.
Yeah.
Let them fucking murder the fuck out of each other.
What the fuck
There's
out of
fucking
each other?
more car parking spaces.
People who want to do heroin, hot pack the fuck out of them, right? Just hot pack all the heroin in one city. All your heroin addicts are gone overnight. You can walk to the bus station without someone saying, you got 20 fucking p.
Heroin city. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. That sounds like a fucking great time.
All of the heroin addicts just die overnight.
Yeah. I mean, it would smell for a bit. But then, all the people on the dole who claim, there's nothing out there, mate, I can't fucking work.
Clean up
Guess
the
what?
town.
You're now disposing of bodies.
Yeah.
That's your job.
It's the circle of life.
Shoveling smackheads into a pit.
It's a respectable job, alright?
Yeah, so we've just solved all of the world's issues in one podcast.
So
And we're still not fucking monetised.
But here's the thing.
the answer to the world's problem is heroin.
Bad heroin.
Yeah, well, no, very, very good heroin to the point of it being bad.
Yeah.
Right?
So fentanyl.
Yeah, as good of a heroin as you can get that will kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good 5 minutes before you die anyway. You know?
Oh, it's going to be a
But
great 5
here's
minutes.
the thing though, right?
It's not cruel.
We want like something that wipes out a lot of people, but we don't want it to wipe out like randomly. You know? Like we think kind of like maybe we could like engineer it so it only takes out like the bad people. You know? Like the Portuguese. And
What the fuck have you got against some Portuguese?
fucking fishermen, mate, right? Do you know why fucking fish is so high in price right now? Because the Portuguese just indiscriminately trawl all waters. Fucking dickheads, mate. Mackerel's gone through the fucking roof now.
Oh, mackerel, is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Mackerel's nice.
Portuguese, blame those cunts for it.
Cunts.
Okay? That's what I'm saying. We need to put our heads together, right? Okay.
Bomb Portugal.
Yeah. No.
No one's bombing anyone. No,
we
fuck
still
it.
want
We're
their
going to put a
land.
watch
We
list.
still want their land, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking maybe there's like genetic markers
What's a
or something
Portuguese
like
eat?
that. Fish. Shitloads of fish.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Like that.
Think like Spanish food with more fish. Because
Oh, yeah.
Portugal's basically Spain, isn't it? Yeah.
Is it?
See, I think like countries that you're not aware of that are still countries shouldn't still be countries, right? Like Belarus.
Yeah, no, there's no need for
Mate,
Belarus.
I met a guy from Belarus like 3 years ago. I used to work with
I
him.
didn't think
I thought he was joking. I thought it was like Prussia. I thought that shit went extinct in the 1800s, right? So Belarus is still a country.
Because-
Obviously, they're not doing enough to warrant being known as a country.
So we've got to treat these countries like what? Like Pluto? It's non-existent.
Yeah.
I think
they're not
any
countries.
country that hasn't got someone competing in World's Strongest Man over.
Yeah. So like
All of
3 Eastern European countries,
Yeah.
England and America.
And
Yeah,
Madagascar.
that's all
And
we
And
need.
like
Madagascar.
one guy from Trinidad.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need. It's got to go somewhere on holiday.
Alright, let's think of some other countries that people probably have heard of, but they don't know are actual countries still.
Can't think of any because we don't know about
Yeah,
them.
we don't know about them, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
I was
It
thinking
counter. Yeah, it was counter.
Bulgaria.
No, apparently it's quite nice.
No, Bongoweed
Yeah.
comes from there, doesn't it?
But Bulgarians aren't. Bulgarian people as a whole are
I
horrible.
used to work with a
It's
dude,
the
and he was
racist
like,
podcast.
he was banging to smashing Bulgarian girls. He was like, they're fucking hot.
Yeah, okay, so we just find a virus that only attacks Bulgarian males.
Get it out. Yeah, this is getting controversial. Anyway,
Well, we don't plan on
if-
getting
I know,
monetized
hey,
anyway.
look, I have a solution, okay?
The final solution.
Okay, right, we went from getting your house in order to eugenics. Right,
Genocide.
So
Getting
let's-
the world in order.
Mass
let's
genocide.
fucking rope this one
Yeah,
back in,
yeah.
shall we?
Shall we?
Right? So, you know, we've got a 12-step program coming out. First rule is clean your room.
Bomb Portugal.
Yeah, so let's bomb Portugal.
You see a Portuguese chase up.
Jordan Peterson told me to do it.
Yeah, I have actually heard him on a podcast saying he hates Bulgarian men.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But you can get a house out there for like 10 grand.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I remember I was looking at fucking buying a boat when I was in Thailand. I saw this big wooden boat and it was said for sale on it.
How much was it?
I can't remember. It was cheap.
Like,
But it was huge. It was like an ark.
15 million baht.
Probably wasn't well.
Yeah. Like how much? 15 million baht.
Fat.
Yeah. But like, how about I trade you?
Fucking
I'll give you some. It's a beautiful language, isn't it? It's like
no,
the
and that's
word-
a different language.
like-
You just jumped from Thai to Vietnamese because you're an ignorant racist.
He always gets this fucking wrong. Mate,
Oi, back to the
right
podcast.
next to each other.
Back to the podcast. What the fuck are we doing? They're not actually, they're border.
You sure?
Laos in the way. Laos,
There's some China around there somewhere as well.
Somewhere, fuck knows where.
Yeah. But I mean, it is
It's
a
only
beautiful
little,
language though. It's like the words fall out the back of your throat.
Ma pay babo nam sao be tam chi moi. Moi. Speaking Vietnamese.
We should do a Wolf Teaches You Thai.
That's Vietnamese!
Same thing.
Mate, where was the war again? Wasn't it in Thailand?
No.
The Vietnam War was definitely in Thailand.
Thailand, yeah.
Clues in the name.
Like Bangkok. That's in Vietnam though, right? Or is that Myanmar?
I'm thinking of Hong Kong, man.
Myanmar.
Myanmar. That sounded legit as fuck.
Can we
right?
leave Southeast
Yeah.
Asia? Can we get out of Southeast Asia?
Portugal.
Right, Portuguese people, right?
Oh shit.
They look like Spaniards,
They are Spaniards.
right? But they don't speak Spaniards.
Yeah, but Portuguese and Spanish is basically the same.
No, it's not. They don't understand each other.
They fucking
They fucking
do.
don't.
They pretend not to.
Mate, I'll get a Portuguese guy, you get a Spanish guy, we'll put them in one room, watch how much silence there is. And they're garrulous people, right? They're natural talkers. You see how silent they are because they don't have a fucking clue what they're saying.
Okay. I'm not going to argue
There
with
you
that.
go then. Right? Look, Spain's cool, alright? I kind of like Spain.
That's fucking shit. I've been to Spain a couple of times and I had a shit time.
Was that
And they
because
fucking hate us.
was that because of the Spanish people or because
The
of
people.
the English people?
No, the Spanish people
Yeah, but
fucking hate us.
Is that because of the English people that have
It's
moved
because I'm a
there?
dickhead.
Well, you
I
are
mean,
a
I was
dickhead.
in my pants attacking people, but there's no need to be rude.
Is your name
Yeah.
James?
You're a free spirit.
Yeah,
You're a free
Were you
spirit.
on the run?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is your name James?
Greece was nice. Greece was nice.
Shit
Greece.
film. Shit film.
Yeah, but like,
This is the worst podcast.
nah, you know what, right? I feel like we could do some good with Greece because they are corrupt as fuck over there.
Yeah.
They're like known for their corruption. It's like next level corruption.
Now, the corruptest country I've ever been to was Vietnam. There wasn't a single fucking day I did not bribe a copper.
Was that Patagonia?
Yeah, same place, yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
Honestly, so corrupt, it's unbelievable. And like, there was one bar in the centre of Hanoi I used to drink in. And like, all the bars had to shut. Well, it was meant to be 11. The police would come in at 11, you give them a bribe, they come back at 12, give them a bribe, they come back at 1. And then normally about 2, they're like, nah, come on, close. There was one bar that stayed open all night, and it was because the owner was shagging the commissioner of police. They just left open all night. Beautiful
You
country.
know, like people go on about corruption being a bad thing.
It's brilliant.
That sounds like it makes things work
Yeah,
better.
it did. It worked
Makes the
perfectly.
world go
It
round.
worked perfectly.
It's like,
Everyone knew where they fucking stood, man.
it's like here, everyone like worries like, oh shit, my MOT runs out today, right? Well, that doesn't matter if you've got 20 quid in your pocket.
Yeah, just bribe the police.
You're like, hey, I don't have it, but get the missus something nice. Or,
They'd be
I
like,
don't know,
shit, you good?
You can't really get anything nice for 20 quid. That's a shit.
In Vietnam, you can.
Yeah, but not in England.
Oh, no.
That bribes would be too expensive. That's
Yeah,
kind of a fucking.
yeah.
It's a shit scene. We need to fucking. What we need to do is devalue our economy, so that
I've been thinking that for a long time.
Yeah.
The pound is too fucking...
It's too fucking strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's too strong, but it only seems to work for a few people.
Yeah.
You
The
know?
higher the pound is, the better it is for the upper classes and millionaires and shit. The working class are
We
fucked.
should be working off of, like, peso level. We need to have, like, £20,000 is like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Just like in Spain.
Yeah.
You know? I think and it makes people feel rich. Like, I
It was
got
mad.
£15 million in my bank.
I remember
It's
going
not about
to...
wealth, it's the illusion of
I
wealth.
remember going to Cash Point in Thailand and like you look at your balance and it's like in the millions. I never wanted to do that.
See? Everyone feels like a king when your economy's in the shit. It's like, what's that movie Idiocracy?
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah.
It's like this dude, like he's supposed to be frozen for a year and he wakes up like fucking 200 years in the future. Everyone's retarded because all the smart people stopped breeding because they couldn't
Which
afford
is
it.
where we're headed.
Yeah, and all the dumb people.
Hence
were
the
like,
rise of liberalism.
like a hooker was like $8 billion or something like that. They had an $8 billion note. Fucking class. Starbucks is also a brothel.
I bet she could suck a good
What a
dick.
fucking
Yeah,
$8 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's dumb as fuck, and everyone knows dumb girls give the best head.
Yeah, they do.
Dumb fat girls. Dumb fat girls always give the best head.
I don't know actually.
Dumb fat girls with no teeth.
I've never encountered one with no teeth, but I have had some head from fat girls. And
Depends on the fat girl. Where was she fat?
everywhere.
Everywhere. Fat titties.
Fat titties.
You know, like fat titties with like a little bit of chub in the face. It's the perfect combination. Because you think it's more room for things to go, and the pressure, like you disperse that mass and the pressure that's created. It's just fucking better. I put a lot of thought into this.
I ain't gonna let a fat chick suck me off, man. No
Why?
matter how she try and convince me.
This fucking faggot.
They don't deserve my dick.
Okay.
You've never fucked a fat girl.
There's a girl
I never
coming in
said
30 seconds. There's a girl coming in 30 seconds to suck your dick. You're gonna make her night or break her night.
I'm gonna break her fucking
Because she's
heart.
expecting to suck a little Jew boy's dick.
Little skinny
She
Jew
ain't
boy.
getting none of this.
Mate,
What has she done?
you don't know what you're fucking missing, I'm telling you. They're fun, you can like slap their ass and ride the wave in. It's fucking fun, mate.
I'm gonna hang 10 off
Yeah.
their fucking
Yeah.
backpack. Surfs up, bro.
And they're so grateful, like the whole time they're like, oh thank you.
Yeah,
I don't give a
they are
fuck
nice
about.
to
It's
do
not
this.
about their pleasure. It's about mine.
Yeah, but it makes
No,
you
yeah,
feel
but
like a fucking
she's gonna
god,
try
mate.
harder. She's gonna try harder to
So
please
much
you.
harder. So much harder,
I
mate.
like it when they're not into it.
You're gonna
You know, they give me that little
Yeah.
scowl.
Yeah,
with a
just
little tear.
disinterested goth chick, just
Yeah.
whatever.
Love that apathy. Man. Love the
it
apathy.
is nice. It's addictive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
as you spit on them and tell them their daddy's disappointed.
Have you been watching my fucking...
Yeah. I've been sneaking in round the back and watching through the window. It's
Nose pressed to the
disgusting.
side.
Disgusting. Not as disgusting as this cheese with that. Should have got more.
Is
Yeah.
that liquid cheese, mate?
It's called cheese whiz.
Okay.
Kids call it whizzing.
Whizzing.
Yeah. I've gone for a whiz.
Gonna get your whiz on.
That's
yeah?
what they're doing, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
I'm down with the kids.
Down
these
with the
days.
kids, yeah.
Liquid fucking cheese.
What has this world come to?
It's got
Well, this
Jalapeno,
is a symptom of the overpopulation. We're
Yeah.
fucking drinking
apparently
liquid cheese.
chewing cheese was too
Too
much.
much of it.
Thought, how can we make this creamier?
That's what she said.
Yeah. The answer is Proveron. Cream for days, yo.
Yeah, anyway, should we wrap this fucking clusterfuck
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
So basically, we solved all the world's problems
We just haven't we?
with. I'm not going to say
Genocide.
eugenics.
It's
I'm not
geno-
gonna,
it's
yeah,
genocide.
it wasn't eugenics. Selected. I wouldn't even say genocide.
It's
A
genocide.
solution.
No, I wouldn't say genocide's too harsh. Selected mass depopulation.
Yeah.
That rolls off the tongue quite nicely.
Does
We're not
So
rolling
that's
around on the
the
back of a Toyota with fucking tracksuit bottoms and tuxedo shoes and a fucking and a machete.
Yeah. Although I tell you what, right, I will say this. Right?
Well, that does sound like
What
fun.
kind of yuppie Mad Max is that?
That's a reference to fucking Patrice O'Neill. That is, you know, we were on about him earlier.
R.I.P.
Remember, yeah, R.I.P. Patrice, right? Legend. Remember he said that in the one, he's like, fucking, go back to Africa. What the fuck am I going to do in Africa? This goofy ass war, it's fucking tracksuit bottoms and tuxedo shit. Like, motherfucker, I ain't going back to Africa.
I think my favourite Death Squad motif was you know, like in the Yugoslavian thing when all that.
Oh, choose your next words very wisely.
That was some good genocide.
Yeah, it was, right? Like
Mass depopulation.
Arkans, Tigers, man, those guys fucking right. People say genocide's bad, but when you can make bad things look good,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like they wore Adidas tracksuits
Yeah, they did.
with AK-47s and balaclavas, and
they
it
did.
fucking worked, right? It fucking worked.
That's hostile, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and like then, he had an actual tiger. Where did you get a tiger in fucking Siberia?
Fucking Yugos. Well, there are Siberian
Yeah,
tigers.
they weren't in Siberia.
Where did you get a tiger where tigers come from?
Where are you gonna get a tiger in India? Of all places.
If he had a polar bear, now that'd have been fucked up.
I mean, like Arkans, Tigers, mate. Those guys, like, if you think they were bad in the war, you should fucking hear some of the shit they got up to after the fucking war, because they were all basically.
That's when it all goes to shit.
They were all basically gangsters that then decided to become patriotic so they could loot and pillage another country, right? And then they'd like do like fucking rumours where they'd like cut some dude's face off who'd gone against them, and they'd like wear it around and flats in fucking like Barcelona going, oh look at me, I'm a cunt, you know? Or they'd like,
We need to start doing that.
right. I feel if you cut a dude's face off and wear it around going, oh look at me, I'm a cunt.
Yeah.
That's so fucked. That never runs dry.
You should be exempt of all charges if you're going to do it in style.
Okay, that is just creative. Alright, that's making the best of
It's
a bad
funny,
situation.
mate. He's a funny guy.
Different.
Yeah, and then they fucking cut his leg off and like stewed it or something like that.
There was never any need for that.
Yeah, he got dark. Like I'm saying, mate, these guys were fucking dark.
We were going to do that. We were going to make fucking tacos out of my fucking leg meat.
Yeah.
If I could have got the leg back.
Fucking NHS, man.
I know, cunt.
It's your fucking leg.
What kind of world do we live in where you get a leg removed and you can't even keep it? It's like it's not yours anymore.
Well, like I said, I fucked up because they said to me, it was only on the morning that I actually said to the surgeon, look, can I keep the leg? And he was like, what? I want to keep the fucking leg, dude. And he was like, I knew you'd fucking ask me something weird like this. Because I wanted to take the bones out, all the metatarsals and shit, make that into a necklace. And then all the metal work that was in there, I was going to use that on my motorbike. It's all titanium and shit.
That's cool.
And then I wanted to hollow out some of the meat and make some tacos for us. And then I was going to fucking take...
Marrow as well. Oh,
Yeah, it's good
human
for-
bone
it's good
marrow.
I don't know if you want any of that marrow.
More
Like,
for me.
Down to the fucking marrow, he's rotten,
I am
mate.
bad to the bone.
And then some.
But yeah, then I was going to take the rest to a taxidermist and have it all preserved and make it into an umbrella stand.
Like a lamp or something.
I think you should just pickle it, put a massive pickle jar, coriander seed.